Hello. Right, how to replace some rear pads on a XC90 2004 2.4 diesel. As you can see, the pads are shot. They're done for them. The disc's alright. Needs a bit of a clean up, which we clean up with a bit of sandpaper. So first things first, let's get this caliper off. So we've got two bolts at the back with two caps on. So you should knock them caps off. There's one. And there's the other. Put them to one side. And I can't remember what size they are. They're an Allen key, but I have changed this caliper, so it might have come with a Torx bit. This is a new caliper, this one. Also, we've got this little spring clip. It's on the side that needs prying off. So we just put a screwdriver in, pop one end off, and the other one should pop off dead easy. So that's off. Put that one side. And one of the bits. Right. I can't remember if it was spline bits or Allen key on this. I think it was a spline bit. And the other side's Allen key. The other side's the original one. Yes, it's a spline bit. Yeah. What size is that? T40. T40 spline bit. Yeah. So just wind that out. That's it. Just wind it out. Right, once they're out, just get your screwdriver on the top, behind the threads, and just push her out. And then you get it in behind the caliper and push it out the rest of the way. Really, you want to pop them out and clean them. So we'll do the bottom one now. So remember not to damage the threads, so go behind the threads. So that should be off. You've got to make sure your handbrake's off as well before you start. That's the most. Just going to pop this out now. That's it. Pop that out. And that one as well. Right, got my mask. It's time to do a bit of cleaning. So let's go to work. Right, so they're pretty much clean now. So what we'll do is when we put the brake pads in, is we'll put a bit of copper slip in, so it makes it it's lubricated for the pads to move. So now we're going to clean up the caliper. So we're going to take these slided bolts out. Pretty stiff. You can see they've got quite a bit of corrosion on them already, so that's what the caliper slides back in the fourth on. So we need the other one out as well. And with them being stiff, it's more likely that caliper's been sticking. This is actually a new caliper, it's not even that old. Best thing to clean these up with is the bench wire brush. If you have a look at these, this part here, to where it's discoloured, is the part that sits outside of the rubber bungs that this slides inside of. So this is out to the elements, and the rest of it from there on with is inside that rubber tube that this slides in and out of. So the grease has actually done its job. It's just that tiny bit what sits out of the caliper that's got corroded. So it's actually not too bad. So when we put it back together, we're going to put a load of copper slip on that slider in, and she should be good to go. So now we've got to clean up the caliper. But first, before we clean up the caliper, you must make sure you undo your servo, your bottle for your servo, because you're going to be pushing that pressure back. The oil's got to go somewhere, so you must make sure you take your cap off, because you're pushing the pressure back through to the actual bottle, so you need to relieve the pressure. Got the sliders there cleaned up now, so what we want to focus on now is the actual caliper. So we need to push this piston back, and the way to do that, if you get a kit, or how I used to do it in the past, is if you haven't got a kit, is I have got a big G clamp, and I would put the threaded part in there and then tighten it up. That would push it back. But now I've got one of these kits. That's the spin, that should spin that, and then I've got the part there, sits across there, and then you tighten it up and that pushes it in. This part just feeds over the top of there, and then we need this part because it hasn't got the pins to push into the caliper to turn it, so that just goes over like that. Sit right, so now we're just going to turn it. Let's actually push it in for us. That's it going down, you can see it just nearing the end now. That's it, it's at the end. So we'll just back it off. We'll take it out. Bad little clip that. Right, and that's our caliper pushed all the way in. So I'll just hang that back up for now. So what I want to do now, just want to clean this, both sides. So I'll try the wire wheel first. If not, I'll get some sandpaper and I'll bring these back. Right, so I've cleaned the edge up now, so all I'm going to do is take off the lid with the file. So we'll go right on the disc now and take off the lid with that, and then on the other side. So once I've done that, I'll bring these back. Alright, that's both sides filed off now. So there's no lip there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give the whole disc a clean up with brakes cleaner, any cloth wherever I put it. Clean this disc up. Didn't think it was going to work then. Then we take our cop grease. I always keep a little brushing in. Try not to hit the disc. I'm going to hit this part here. On all of them. Like I say, try not to hit the disc. Try not to go too mental with it. Just enough. That's it. Take our discs. Pads, sorry. Take our pads. So you've got the one with the little springy part on the back that goes inside the caliper, and the other one goes to the front. Push that into the caliper. Like that. This front one, just give it a splash of you don't have to, but when you hear that brake squeal, this prevents it, so just give it a splash of copper on the front of it. Do it. Also, I have to give it just a bit of copper slip. And that stops the wheel getting stuck on. There we go. That's that. So now, put our caliper back on. So just let that sit like that. Now I'm going to clean our slide pins up with some copper grease, just on the pin. Slide that in. Same with the other one. That's it. Slide that one in. Right, put the lid on that now. We'll take our Torx bit. Just nip them up. Don't go too crazy with them. Put one up. You can do it by feel now. You just know when the right amount's enough. So that's it there. Don't forget to take that off. Two caps back on. And one more spring on. I'll stick the bottom one in and get the top. I want to make sure these go home. So that's it. That's it. That's them both on. That's it. and that's how you do the brake pads on a xc90. That's it. It's the spring on, pads in, tightened up, caps on. That's it. Perfect. So just the other side to do now, and that's it. When you go to drive the car again, just don't forget to pump the brakes before you start a drive, otherwise your foot will go straight to the floor. So pump up before you start driving, and that's it. Cheers.